Health, Sports, and Wellness show, and that's really what got me. That was my first introduction to. I've done trade shows for my other job, and this job I had not done any trade shows. I was green as green could be. I threw myself out there, and that's really when I got a feel for these people are going to be honest with me. My friends and family, they were honest with me, but these people, if they don't buy, that's their way of saying you just really don't have it.
Sure.
And it was fantastic getting to meet people, getting my card, my business information. I did fairly well. I didn't really have any expectations, but what really made it a show for me was the sales, the post-sales, the post-trade show sales that I received, and the follow-up sales. So people that bought one and wanted to buy one for someone else.
Oh.
That's when I knew, okay.
Trade show. It sounds like trade shows are really working for you.
Trade shows. I did the one back in May. I did some summer outdoor things, and I know that for the whole purpose of feeling the towel,
yeah.
If you're uncomfortable with the heat, that's where people get their first thing. Wow, that towel is really cold. That'd be perfect for, like, if you were doing something outside. That's the first thing people think of. They don't think of all the other uses that the towel has.
Sure.
So I think if it's a warm environment, it's a pretty easy sell, because if somebody's already uncomfortable, it's an instant fix.
Yes.
Whereas if you can't think beyond the instant fix, then sometimes the technology is a little hard to wrap your head around.
Sure.
So you just have to try and figure out a way to market the technology for other uses without being in their house when they get a migraine to throw a towel at them. So you have to just come up with different ways and different scenarios on how to market the product.
Well, my granddaughters suffer from, they're in university. I got a couple of 3 in university. I don't go there. I know I'm getting old. But they suffer from migraine. All of them suffer from migraines. Wow. And I'm going to put these towels in their hands and
Stocking
see what,
stuffers.
Oh, yeah. We'll do business, you and I, before we go. So, coming for 2014, what's happening?
More trade shows. I've actually hired my niece as it's just at my being that I'm a female business person, businesswoman. I'm trying to obviously show not only my daughter but my niece and other females that are close to me that it's important to show your passion, show your interest. Don't hide behind a gender-based society that doesn't allow women to really get out there and show what their strengths, and whether or not that's business, whether or not that's being an athlete. My niece is a competitive diver, and I made sure I took my daughter out to watch her dive, because I think it's important to have young females watch older females compete and be competitive.
Sure, role models.
Absolutely. So that's kind of my thing, is I want her to see, like, her dad's a salesperson, I'm a salesperson, so I want her to see there's more to just being salespeople, but business. See if she has that same entrepreneurial drive that I have. And she helped me at the West Coast Women's Show, and she found a knack for it, and she's like, I want to do all your trade shows with you.
Really? So
I thought that was great. It's an opportunity for us to spend time together, so I'm going to take her on the road. We're going to go to Victoria at the end of January. And I'm going to take her down to, so far I've booked her for the 4 trade shows. So getting a young woman into business, I'm going to see where it takes her, if it's just a matter of public speaking, getting her to learn how to be comfortable talking to people that are much older, just whether or not they're older adults, and she's a 12-year-old, just give her that confidence to be comfortable in her own skin.
You know, I get the sense talking to you that you have integrated lifestyle change, like really, really good salespeople like yourself, sales professionals. They influence people, and they change their lifestyles, and they do the features and benefits, and they enrich people's lives to the point where it's not a sales approach. It's a sharing what they're selling approach, and the sharing their life. And you're not only being a salesperson, but you're being a role model. You're being a mentor. You're being a coach. You know, for your niece. I think that's incredible.
Growing up, I had fantastic role models. I remember I was playing baseball with my brothers. That's what I did, and I found out that my cousin actually got a scholarship to Missouri State University playing softball, and I had no idea there was women's softball. I just played baseball. That's what I knew. So it's people like that are close to you. They don't have to be relatives. They don't have to be close to you to have, for them to have some sort of impact on you. And I've just been very, very fortunate to have great role models with my parents, just hardworking individuals. My family, my aunts, uncles, cousins, very close-knit family that I've had the opportunity to be able to go out and watch my younger cousins that just got drafted in the WHL. That's what happens. So when you're a close family and you just get to stick together. So it's just a matter of, to me, it's important to give back. Never forget where you came from. And I had great coaches growing up that I want to try and give back as much as I can, whether it's in everyday life of being a role model from an athletics perspective or just business. And unfortunately, in the industry that I'm in and the position that I'm in, I work with a lot of men. And so I get to see things from very different angles. I get to be included, which is great. But I think I also have a lot to offer for younger women coming up through the business channel that want to get themselves into a position of influence.
Sure.
And who doesn't want to be in a position of influence when you're a salesperson? Because
Sure.
that means you get to manage a team. And that's all I wanted to do was be a sales manager. So I have a team. And
Yeah.
So that's kind of where
It's
I'm
very
at now.
sports oriented, isn't it?
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm competitive, so that still gives me the drive to want to sell more. Who
You
doesn't
got
want to make
the
more
edge.
money?
And I mean, you say influence, but when it comes right down to it, there's always been an old boys club where they want power and influence. That's the male gender, right?
Yeah, and influence doesn't even come to me. It's influence of getting your customers to want to buy from you.
Yeah.
They know that, okay, I'm going to call and I'm going to ask, okay, what do you think here's what I want to do and here's what I want to go. Okay, well, here's what I think.
Yeah.
Not here's what you have to buy
Yes.
in order to do what you say you want to do. And it's just a matter of be a caddy.
Yeah.
Sit
Establish
back
trust.
and just be a caddy. And I think that with that analogy of preparing a golfer to drive the ball to where he needs to drive it, you're just going to make that recommendation. And as far as I'm concerned, this product that I found, I don't think that it's going to be a problem.
No, and I really enjoy your philosophy about be a caddy.
Yeah.